who were the Wild Men of Dunland. Have you ever wondered about the people who lived in the shadows of Rohan? The Wild Men of Dunland, also known as the Dunlendings, are a fascinating group in Middle-earth. They inhabited the region of Dunland, located to the west of Rohan. This area is rich in history and culture, distinct from their neighbors, the Rohirrim. The Dunlendings were unique in many ways. They had darker hair and features compared to the fair-haired Rohirrim. This difference in appearance was just one of the many factors that set them apart. The Rohirrim often viewed the Dunlendings as wild and uncivilized, which is how they earned the name Wild Men. Historically, the Dunlendings were the original inhabitants of the land that became Rohan. When the Rohirrim, a group descended from the Northmen, were granted the fertile plains of Calenardhon by Gondor, they displaced the Dunlendings. This forced the Dunlendings into the more rugged and forested areas of Dunland. The loss of their ancestral lands created deep resentment and hostility between the two groups. The Dunlendings were known for their fierce independence. They often found themselves in conflict with the Rohirrim, especially during times of war. One notable event was during the War of the Ring when the Dunlendings allied with Rohan's enemies. Under the leadership of a chieftain named Wolf, they launched an attack against Rohan. They captured Edoras, the capital, and besieged Helm's Deep. However, their siege was ultimately broken by the Rohirrim, with help from Gondorian forces. Culturally, the Dunlendings lived in small, scattered communities. They relied heavily on hunting and raiding for their survival. The Rohirrim viewed them as primitive and less organized. This perception was fueled by the destruction caused by the Númenóreans and, later, the Rohirrim settlers. From the perspective of the Rohirrim, the Wild Men of Dunland were seen as enemies and a constant threat. However, the Dunlendings viewed themselves as defenders of their homes and way of life. They were fighting against foreign invaders who had taken their lands. In summary, the Wild Men of Dunland were a proud and fierce people. They were known for their dark features and their long-standing hostility toward the Rohirrim. Their story is one of a displaced people struggling to reclaim their place in a land that had changed dramatically due to outside influences.